this is my first official YouTube video. On my channel you can see there's other videos up as well, but they're mostly like for my school, so just project videos. But today I'm going to start off by talking about, as you can already tell, being a virgin. I am 20 years old and I am still a virgin. I have never had any sexual contact with a male or a guy, anything like that. I have been virgin ever since I've been born, pretty much. And I just really wanted to come and talk about the pros and cons, even though there shouldn't be any cons, but there are sometimes, as being, human. I just feel like being a virgin is a great thing for young ladies. I feel like it's something that a lot of girls need to practice, need to do, need to stay until marriage, because it's important. A lot of girls need to understand that area is important. Giving yourself in that area is so important. Giving yourself to the right person is important, because you don't want to give yourself to the wrong person, because that could end up making you feel like really worthless, really like nothing, and you just want to wait. And that's what I believe. I just believe that you should wait. And also, growing up, coming from a religious background of mine, I definitely believe that Jesus wants you to wait. I know that he does. And he wants you to wait until marriage. And then, interact in that. But before marriage, you don't need to be doing that at all. Because and I understand why. Why you shouldn't, because it just builds a negative cycle for some. Now, I know some are going to disagree. Some may agree. But for those who disagree, the reason why I'm saying that, because it sometimes creates problems. Not for everybody. Some is no problems there, but for some it creates problems, such as a lot of females could give their self to a guy who does near have the same feelings as they have for him, which means you may end up saying you gave yourself to the wrong person, because after he may go to someone else, may leave you, and you're like, I love that person, but he didn't love you back. That makes you end up feeling worthless at the end, and I would hate to see that for anybody, and it sucks. I just know it does, it really does. And also, you could end up getting pregnant. You could end up with a STD. You could end up with just a lot of things wrong just for not waiting. Waiting is smart. It's taking precaution, because you don't, in this time, in the world we're in, you just don't know. You just don't know. And also, there's nothing wrong with waiting for the guy's side either. And people judge guys a lot if a guy says to wait. And that's why a lot of guys are so tempted today to not wait, because the world is just making them look really bad. And no one talks about that. I hardly even hear or heard of guys that are virgin. I haven't even came across one. I know there are. Then sometimes it's hard to believe, but I definitely know there are, because it's a lot of people that have the same religion that I have, and that believe and do the same thing that I do, which is practice being a virgin, and practice, trying to do what's right for God. And when it comes to trying to wait into marriage, for me, honestly, the last year or so, it's been hard. It's been a little aggravating at times, because none of my friends that I have are, and I don't judge them in any way. I don't, because that's not nothing to judge about, and I don't treat them any different, because that's a decision that they made, and it's okay. God still loves us no matter what. But at the times, I do feel like I'm alone, and I don't have anyone else to talk to. But then I do talk to them, and they always tell me every time that, girl, I wish I would have waited like you're doing, or They tell me, girl, keep waiting. Just don't get involved in that. And I take that and I run. Because I definitely listen because that to me is very important to me. I can just seeing and being around different family members and being around different friends and seeing, what they have gone through because I'm not waiting. I just definitely don't want to go through that because I know my heart, my body could not take it. So I just really wish there was. I know there are girls, but I really wish there was more girls out there who would just talk about it more because I feel like they're not. I feel like there's hardly anybody that's not. And it sucks sometimes because it's just like I want to talk. I have trouble sometimes. Sometimes I feel tempted. I'm just telling the truth. Sometimes you just feel like, okay, I mean, why am I the only one waiting? Everybody else has gone about it, done their thing. Let me get my little test and trial and run. And that's how sometimes I feel. But then I have to just stop and just think, calm down, and be like, hold up. How is this going to affect you? How is this going to affect your emotion, your mind, how it's going to affect how I feel about myself. And I think I'm like, I'm not going to feel good about myself if I just do that. Especially I'm just doing it just to be like other people. No, I need to do it for me. And that's why I think a lot of people they have done it for other people to prove or to impress or to just say, all right. It's like, that's not cool, you know what I'm saying? And not saying that being a virgin, if you are a virgin, that you're better than anybody, because you're not. Everybody's the same in God's eye. But what I'm saying is being a virgin will keep you, from me, out of situations that you don't have to go through, ladies and men. Because a lot of these young ladies and young men get emotionally attached, and then there you find the other person that's not emotionally attached. When you put that's like a negative and a positive there together, it's just not going to work out. I would love you know for you to find someone that loves you and that you're spending the rest of your life with, which means that you can be married to this person. That's why I've been hearing that it's best to wait, and that's why I know and I believe, and that's what I'm going to go by, because it's just best to wait, because God, and also pray about it, because God will send you somebody that you're looking for, that you wish for, that you desire. He will. And it's not going to be on your time. No. It's going to be on His time, because He wants what's best for you. And that's what I've been trying to learn, because I have to learn that, I just had to pray about it. God will send me somebody that He knows that I can handle or can handle me. And that we can be able to go in the right direction together. You don't want one person going this way, one person going that way. That's why you have to be careful. Now, I am not saying if you meet someone that is not a virgin to, diss them, say, okay, no, I got to find someone. No. Because I don't believe that. If I come across someone and, never know, like, down the road and they're not a virgin, I'm not going to push them away. Because everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has sin, everyone does sin, but God always forgives us. But you also want to let the person know that you are waiting, and you're going to wait, and you want to wait until you get married for any sexual activities. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's been a big person. That's been smart, professional, actually, and it's just been just really smart about it, because you don't want to make a wrong decision, or you don't want to give yourself to the wrong person. And people are like, well, you don't know. Well, you do, because if a person is willing to wait for you and you're willing to wait for them, then they're probably the right person. And I'm not just talking about wait a day, 2, 3. No, I'm talking about wait until y'all both can find each other, find God first, and then find each other. That will be just amazing. That's amazing. That's an amazing thing. If a man can wait, if a woman can wait on you, y'all can wait on each other. That's the best thing to do. That's the best thing ever. That's what I hope to find. But I just really want to encourage those who are virgins to really, really, really just keep going. Don't stop. Keep practicing, being absent, and just really just pray about it. Pray. I know it gets hard. You see your friends, you see your sometimes your family, your sister and brothers that get married, they have their husbands, they have their boyfriends, and it's just like, and they have kids, and it's just like, when will I ever have the, and you don't want to get too selfish because, you can be thinking, some may be thinking, because I've been in a position I have thought, well, I want a kid. I want a kid like right now. But, first of all, where's the father? Yes, you're being selfish because you want a kid. You're not thinking about the kid. The kid needs a mom and dad. So, you have to watch out because of that. And also, just, you want a boyfriend, you want a husband, don't bring it on too much. Because what it is, why you probably are not in that position, you're probably not ready to have that because you need to work on yourself. And I'm going to tell you now, I still need to work on myself. I know that. And that's why I'm going to be praying about it and doing that, because you don't want to go into something where you're still broken or that you're still struggling to find out who you are, because that's wrong. And that's why you need to stay away from anything that could trigger that, because feelings are real. Feelings are real. Love is real. And when you have an attachment between someone, it gets real sometimes, but it also could be not good, especially when the other person is not where you are. And that's why stay away if you can. Work on yourself, or don't rush things, and just wait. Be patient. Be patient, because I've seen it, and it's not all Skittles and M&Ms. You know what I'm saying? It's not all that. But I definitely am going to continue waiting. And I'm not a person who just preach it and don't do it. I preach it and I go by it. And yes, I have times where I struggle now and I'm tempted. But you know what? If you feel like that, whenever you feel tempted, get in your Bible, pray, and also think think really deep. Now, think of the choice that you're gonna make. Think of that. Think what you're gonna do, how it's gonna affect you in the end, how it's gonna affect you down the road. You know what I'm saying? Just think. Be precautious and think. Just think about it. And honestly, if you find someone that you're really in love and you think that's the right one, I'm not saying, for me, I'm gonna stay a virgin no matter what. A lot of people say you find the right one, then that's good, but that's you. But for me, even if I find the right one, I'm still gonna wait, because you want to make sure that you're married first to the right one, because you don't want anything to become complicated before marriage. You want to go into marriage, not saying that marriage is, because I don't know. Marriage is not easy, as my parents tell me, and I've heard from a lot of people. But I definitely believe that waiting is definitely something that helps, because you find who the person really are, and they find out who you really are, and you learn about each other more, because people nowadays, I feel like, go straight into sexual activity and they don't get to know the person. So all they pretty much know is their sexual desires and stuff like that. They don't know about them. They don't know what they like, or how they feel, or where they like to go, or what they like to do. All they know is what they like to have be done sexually. All they know is just that area. That's not fun. That's not cool. A lot of people are liking that today, but that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. You want to get to know someone. You want to know them on a personal, mentally, physical, emotional level. You want to know that person, because that would just bring so much chemistry, and then that would bring intimacy when you are married, because then you feel like, okay, we know each other well. So this is just like the icing on the cake. This is it, because you come together. And a lot of people don't understand that when that happens, that's why sex is not for unmarried people. It's just not. I believe that, because when you come together, that's like a spark of fireworks. It's like a chemistry there. You're connected. You're one. You become one when that happens. You become one person. And when you're not with the right person, that ain't gonna happen. How are you supposed to become one? Because you just gave yourself to that person. Pretty much, you gave yourself to that person. You want to wait till you're married because you want to give yourself to the right person, to your husband, to your wife, and you want to feel that you're not being taken advantage of, that they're there for you, and that there's love there, there is affection. And I just really believe, and I hope that others also would take this and be like, okay, let me think before I do that. And also those who are not, I would recommend that you just go ahead and just stop and continue, just wait for your next relationship. Just wait and figure out the person that you're wanting to figure out who they really are and what they really like to do, and just about them. Don't just go straight into sexual activity. Try to wait. Try to wait. And that's really all I have for this. And if you have any comments or anything or any questions, you can leave those down in the comments section. And I'm just so happy I was able to hopefully teach and encourage some of you guys to just wait until you're married and to continue to be abstinence for the younger ones especially, and just to live life. Find yourself first, boo. Find yourself, because that's what I'm doing. I'm finding myself, and that's what I'm going to be continue doing. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe and like and share if you can. Share to others, other women, other men who are struggling with the same thing that I am. Just share and help them and encourage them. And thank you. Bye.